My torque mounts in my CRV are completely toast, and I had some new OEM ones sitting in the cart. It was like almost $200 with shipping and taxes. But I thought, with my turbo engine, I'm probably just gonna wear through them again, maybe. I don't know, it's gonna toss it around a lot, so I'm doing an experiment. I have Billet aluminum mounts, which seem, well, one, they seem too big, like they're not gonna fit. They were only $30 on Amazon, which I don't even know how that's possible. And it seems like if they do fit, they're gonna be too stiff. But if they do fit, they will hold my engine still. So we're gonna try it. And if not, we'll do OEM. I'm doing this in the laziest way possible because I'm probably not even gonna take off this wheel. But these torque mounts, all it is this 19 and like a 14 here and here. I probably need to support the motor, but it's not like this is really doing a heck of a lot. But I might need to lower it down a little bit because of this. So I'll probably support the motor with a piece of wood and undo 2 of the bolts on the motor mount on the driver's side. So I took off the 19 and I took off the 14s, and yeah, I'm gonna have to lower the engine because I can't actually pull this off because of that. So I have a piece of wood under here that I'm gonna support it with. I'm gonna undo 2 bolts on the motor mount and I'm gonna lower it down. Supported from below. I took off one of those bolts, loosened the other one. I took off one of those nuts and loosened the other one. And now this is just a little bit lower so I can get this out. I'm not going through every detail about how to replace these because that's not really the purpose of this video. There's already a lot of videos about torque mounts. What we're talking about is, are these things any good? And this one was obviously not doing its job anymore. These seemed so big when I took them out of the package, but they're actually about the same size. The torque mounts have a left and right, a passenger and driver's side. These do not. They're like appear to be the same. So I'm just gonna try installing one. That doesn't seem to be the same width, but this is an experiment. Although it seems like maybe it came with these, so maybe I was supposed to stick one on for this side, and maybe on the passenger side I used a little one. Let's figure it out. So these came with no instructions, but so this is how this is oriented in the car. This points to the back, and you can see this comes out farther. So I'm gonna use, this has this big rubber washer. I'm gonna have that facing out, and I think if I use this, that's gonna approximate that. That's kind of how I'm gonna try to install it and see how it goes. This also sticks off on the back a little bit, so I put one of those little aluminum washers in here behind this, and it seems to fit. So I can put this back on. I don't know if I still need this. It seems like I'm not going to have much bite. I'm going to try it without this original washer and just using this here and see if that lines up with the bolts above, because that's the big question right now. They came with their own hardware, which matches the thread and is the same width, which is great. It's much longer because these just would be going through that, but these have to go through that. So obviously I'm going to use those. Wow. So I have the engine back in position. It is off the jack. The motor mounts attached again up top, and these do not line up. The old ones have a lot of play, so I can try flipping this around. I could try swapping that. I'm going to try flipping this around. I don't know. This came with no instructions. By the end of this video, we'll know how these work, or that they don't work. So with the rubber side facing in towards the engine, this hole kind of lined up towards the back of the car, but this one still didn't really line up. And even that one was a bit of a stretch. So my idea is to drill those holes out a little bit bigger. Now, I have 8% carbide bits here that eat through aluminum, but I don't have a big enough one. And even my Harbor Freight ones, I don't have a big enough one. So I'm gonna do something really weird and try to make this bigger with a step bit, because I think if that went all the way through, it might do the job. We're just doing science here, guys. We'll see how it works. Well, that was way too much, but I was holding the camera. Wow, I possibly removed more material than I needed to, possibly compromised the structure of this by making that too thin, but I'm doing this science so you don't have to. Great news, I'm able to thread that now. These are 8mm hex, so you'll want sockets like this. I always have links to all the parts and tools I use in the description, so if you don't have these, you definitely don't want to install this with those little L-shaped keys. Okay, this is fully installed, torqued down. It just barely clears there. These are drilled out. We have the thin aluminum, the fat aluminum on the outside, the rubber facing in. Now, I don't know if this isn't going to introduce way too much noise, vibration, and harshness. So I'm gonna drive this around before I go through all that for the other side and see what. I haven't even gone anywhere, and this whole thing is vibrating so much. Like, this is ridiculous. This is some race car stuff. Around right now, I'm idling. Could I get used to this level of vibration? Probably. And it's probably better than what I was doing, which was my engine going all over the place. But I cannot say that I would recommend this. I mean, you feel like it's vibrating in my pedals. It is intense. And if I did the other side, I'm sure it would only get worse. Also, I don't know if I'm going to cause damage to other components by vibrating this much. I can't tell you to buy this, guys. Definitely not after all the work you had to do and machining and hammering to make it fit. It is maybe on a race car build, I don't know. This is my daily driver though, so I'm not really feeling this. Well, I'm feeling it, but I'm not feeling it, you know. So I wasn't going to install the passenger side, but I did, since I didn't actually have to drill this one out. It just fit. There's no spacer back here, and then I have the aluminum one there, and also this is installed opposite from it is on the driver's side with the rubber on that side. Don't know how they intended it, no instructions, science. So now I have them both installed, and then we're gonna do another test drive. Well, that engine is staying still. Right now it feels very nice in here. What happened? Oh, there we go. There's that. These work, but maybe in a race car or something. In a final fit of lunacy, I drilled holes in there to make it a little bit softer. Now, I don't know if it's just cope or if it actually made it a softer ride, but I'm gonna go ahead and run that for now because one, well, I'm not gonna reinstall this, and I don't have access to OEM ones right now. And if the only other thing I'd want to put in would be OEM ones. Again, the only reason I'm even just not using OEM ones in the first place is because I'm turbo and making more power, so I was trying to get something a little stronger. I'm going to stick with this for now, probably get OEM ones in the next couple of weeks. Maybe there'll be an update video. I don't know. Thanks for watching.